Hi guys, it's Ted from Insureon. Today I really want to talk about one of the more important forms of insurance, which is the professional liability, or what's called often the errors and omission, or E&O cover. It's critically important for anybody in the professional services space, whether you're providing advice as a consultant, an accountant, a CPA, or somebody providing tech services. What this insurance does is it protects you from whether it's physical damage or financial loss incurred by your client because of largely the advice that you've given or the services that you've provided. So let's say you're an independent IT consultant and you recommend that one of your clients should use a cloud-based service. Or you're just established your management consulting firm after years of experience. You give advice around how a company should be running their business more profitably. Now, let's just say that the advice you gave around the cloud causes clients to lose the data, or their website goes down and thus they incur financial loss, or the advice that you give your client about how best to run their business doesn't turn out well. They go bankrupt or have significant financial losses. And in both cases, the client turns around and sues you. This is where a good E&O policy kicks in and can be a lifesaver to you and your business. What it does is it covers not only the loss, but often, as importantly, the legal expenses to defend yourself in the case. Because those, as we all know in this litigious society, can range in the tens of $20,000. So even if you're right, and even if you win the claim, you could still be out $20,000, $30,000 in legal costs, which a good E&O professional liability policy will cover. So it's really important for anybody who's in the professional services space. You know, I've done a lot of consulting in my life prior to running Insureon, and I know I would never be in a position to be giving professional advice as a CPA or accountant, a tech consultant, anything that requires that professional services of advice without a very strong errors and omission policy. And it's often required in many, many consulting engagements, many IT engagements, that you have this type of coverage. One important thing to keep in mind is that it's works on a claims-made basis, and that's a fancy insurance term for one simple concept, which is in order for the insurance company to cover the claim, you have to have the policy active both when the claim occurred and when you filed the claim, which means that understanding how the timing of your E&O policy is working is critically important, and it's why many of our clients keep E&O policies in place for a long time to cover them in both instances so that they have protection, so it's not disconnected from a timing perspective. And the last thing is this product does not apply to all industries. So it's really important, as we've said repeatedly, that you talk to somebody who's an expert in your industry. So talk to whatever agent, or at Insureon, somebody who knows accountants, lawyers, IT professionals. Talk to a specialist so that they can tell you, A, whether professional liability is needed for your business, and B, what type of limits are most effective, and C, what type of carrier can give you the best cost for the value. It's Ted for Insureon. As always, please feel free to go to Insureon.com to get more information.